Greetings, you glasses of Pepsi, when clearly someone ordered Coke, and welcome back to Cosmoteer with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to the day where we make a faction our enemy. This will be the very last day we are in the current system, our starter system. We are going to be attacking the Monolith Cooperative, as massively voted in the community tab. It turns out people had very strong opinions on this, so the Cooperative will be our enemy. Glory to the Resistance. But before we do that, because honestly attacking a faction apparently is incredibly dangerous, I'm going to take both of my fleets over to the original station, because we need to do some upgrades. We have loads of iron currently, loads of other resources, and lots of money. I need to make the Malal's Wrath significantly better before we do anything of the sort. You know, we could stop this, but this is just weird to watch. Elegant. So I've been trying to think just what are we going to do with this craft, and honestly, I'm thinking we're going to make it a lot more horizontal than it currently is, and we're going to be a bit silly and either go with 4 of the larger cannons, or 2 of the larger cannons and a couple of the small ones, maybe even mixing in some energy weapons, something like the disruptors, which will take away shields, because cannons don't have the best time versus shields, especially since you have limited ammunition. I'm not really sure. What I do know is I'm probably going to be deleting most, if not all, of the craft, to be perfectly honest. I think I will be restarting it pretty much from scratch. Will I be using shields this time? Maybe. Maybe a centralized shield, but then not much else, and then going horizontal and just kind of arcing up near the end, having 2 sections of engines on either side, which will be both for turning and moving forwards. I think that'll look interesting. Something like that. It's gonna be a fair chunk of effort, though. We'll see as it goes. Right now, I just gave it a weird mustache. Boop. Really should try and use some of these moving walkways more. They seem fun, but I'm not 100% sure how efficient they really are, since I haven't really used them. I also want it to be more open plan. Is there a reason for this? No, because it's going to be less efficient in the end of things, but I want it to be, I don't know, look more roomy and spacious and fun. So we have our 2 deck cannons back, we have the large shield generator. Annoyingly, in blueprint mode, I can't really see how the shield is affected by armor, so I'm not sure if I can place one here, or will that limit this section there? I think it probably would. So that I'll do outside of blueprint mode, I think. So this is a medium reactor core that's going to power the large shield generator. What I'm thinking about doing is having essentially little islands within our craft for the next thrusters. So we have the thrusters there, the engine room attached to that, etc. And then have this basically blocked off. So a little bit of crew bedding here, a small generator to power it all, and that's it. So it's a little island away from the main section. Then, of course, make sure the crew can only move there. It will need airlocks, but you can set it so you can choose which people work what jobs. I don't know if that's a good idea, but it would be fun. But it would go against the whole open plan thing I said mere seconds ago. Hey everyone, Future Lathrix here, just to first of all say a massive thank you to everyone who has continued to support this series. The first 2 episodes did incredibly well for this channel, and it is lovely to see growth after a long period of stagnation. With Terratech and Cosmoteer, it seems like the channel has finally come alive once again, and it's you I have to thank for that, so thank you so much. And I would also like to very quickly apologise for the fact everything's being delayed at the moment. I am still moving house. I should have been completing the move yesterday, but 5 separate things have now gone wrong. There's a literal list of things I need to sort out now. You should never have a list of things to sort out when you're moving, but sadly, apparently that needs to happen for me. So hopefully by the end of the month, because that's when my rent is finally out of this apartment, the move should be complete. Everything should be fine. We'll be in a house. I'll have an office. Everything will be lovely. It'll be fine. Just fine. So, likes and comments help keep me sane in this time of stress. Now, back to the video, where I'm completely sane. So I've started to build armor more like this as well. A lot of you have mentioned this, and yep, completely the case. Due to how damage propagates, it would be better to have it like this, just to limit the gaps created by damage. Very similar to From the Depths, in fact. I'm surprised it took me that long to start building like that. So, please bear in mind this is an extremely liable to change design. It's currently here purely because we're about to attack stations, and once we attack the stations, we're going to get loads of resources for us. So I wanted the two side pieces to look a bit like vents. I wanted to go all the way out, then I realised that would really limit their defence. I am going to be bringing the armour around the corners as well, and eventually I do want point defence, especially on the back of the craft, because missiles will get around us, and they will cause catastrophic damage if they're not stopped. I think our turning right now is going to be fantastic, which is what I want, and I think our speed should be decent. Yeah, about the same as before, despite the fact we have significantly more firepower. So very quick turning, decent speed, we should be able to do hit and runs, taking out targets very quickly with the 4 very large cannons before running away. So I'm not quite done yet, but we are getting very close. Then I will paint this thing up, and then the Malal's Wrath, which currently looks like kind of at the front of a craft, intentional, will be ready to go. Now realising I've basically made a cross between a Space Invader and the Batman logo. Yep. Just need to give it a paint job and then we're off. So in the future, what I'm going to be doing is having sulfur, not ammunition with us, which means I will need ammunition factories as well, but the idea is our factories will do that. Although, if we're really lucky on our attacks against the bases, we might have a new forge base, rather than one we have currently. It seems like most people are on board with the idea of me using bases I take as my own personal forges and minions, so it would be nice to have a larger station than this, and, well, honestly, we can have so many resources, we can do whatever we want, and the storage they're going to have is going to be ridiculous. So if all of this was sulfur, you can imagine we could hold thousands upon thousands upon thousands of chunks of ammo, rather than just the hundreds we currently can, because ammo takes up a lot of space. Sulfur doesn't. And sulfur becomes a lot of ammo, so you can see the point there. Rather than going back to a base after every single fight, we simply have one of our minions nearby, we go to our minion, then we go back to the fighting. Okay, enough stalling, time to do the paint job again. The reason I'm stalling is because, honestly, I am terrible at doing things like this. Could have it so it's like stripes down this way, and then have the centerpiece like it was before. Sure. Stripey. Well, that'll do for now. Not really much else I want to do with the craft right now. Like I was saying, it's pretty much half a ship at the moment. I either want to extend it even further horizontally or extend it downwards, with this being the head of a ship, and honestly, or even perhaps the core, with it going forwards and then out and backwards and out. There's a lot we can do with this design. It's clearly a core of a ship. So now we need to make a choice what we're going to do in terms of warfare. Either we go straight for the station, or we could eliminate some of the monolith cooperative patrol ships. So what's going to happen is, as we attack their ships, they're going to reduce our reputation with them, and we are going to become wanted. Whilst we're wanted, we're going to have pursuit ships. Now, I don't know if these ships simply appear out of nowhere and they're spawned when you become wanted, or they take ships from the system. I really don't know. So I'm going to have to be careful. I think what we should probably do is try to eliminate the patrol ships and see what happens with that, then go for the station last. This station over here is wireless protected. This is their primary station, but I still think that's probably the best idea for now. Let's go like this and see if we can find some of their patrol vessels. We are a lot slower than I originally thought. Hit and run isn't really going to happen, but I'm happy enough with the design for now. Well, that is perfect. We have one of their hunters attacking one of the Resistance's renegades. A bit long range here, but let's just see how we fire. We should be firing decently. Now we have more space for each of the guns. They won't be stunning each other's crew. Oh, that was... yeah, that's them gone. The first wave took it out. No wanted? Huh. Interesting. I thought attacking any of them would make us wanted. Apparently not. Well, I'll continue to try and find 3 more anyway. I mean, we could just go for their station. We could just go for their weaker station. We'll see which happens first. And yes, I am noticing our thrusters aren't working perfectly. I need to change them. First time using these engine rooms, of course I've made a mistake. Still, it's not really impacting us too much, just looks horrible. Okay, now we're wanted. Is that station still up? Surely not. No, it's not. Okay. So we're now wanted, which means ships should be heading towards us. Would like just the ammo, but can't see where it's stored, so I can't really risk my crew currently leaving the ship. Just need to wait to be attacked, I suppose. Or maybe I can. Just took over the station briefly just to steal all the ammo. There we go. Come on, almost done. Oh no, I should not have done this. It's not after us. So where are the ships at? Oh. Are we no longer wanted already? Maybe it is ships in the system then. It couldn't grab any close enough. I'm not too sure how the system works. I guess I'll go after the next station afterwards. Especially since we're getting a full refund of all of our ammo, which is lovely. On a side note, the issues with the thrusters were simply being caused by not having enough generators nearby to pull from. I've just lowered the thrust to a weaker set of thrusters, and it's working absolutely fine now. I think I could go one larger on both, but at least now it's nice and stable. We are incredibly slow. But hopefully our firepower will be enough to deal with the next station, so I don't have to run away. Now one question is, does this mean this has changed at all? 60-40, I think that's what it was before. I wonder if it stays that way even as we take out the forces of the cooperation, the cooperative. Okay, so high explosive one there. The station itself has a lot of point defense, but nothing really else, so stay safe, just take out these two stations, move in, I guess. Just go straight for the command center. As long as most of these hit, that should be over with as soon as these land, really. Ah, that's so annoying. So close. There's the point defense doing very poorly against these shots. Okay. I guess you're probably going to defend. Do you have any weapons to speak of? No, not really. Okay, so I don't really care about you. Next up then is you. Okay, that one's actually heading towards me. I want to back off. There's no rush to take out this station. I don't want to get overwhelmed to have a ha-ha. Hellion, rank 5. I'm guessing you're the bounty ship. Thankfully, I can turn very quickly. It's the one thing this thing can do quickly. Everything else, very slow. Oh, that was so beautiful. You're missing your face, mate. What are you? I can't even pronounce that, but it's got... Oh, shield. Oh, shields! Oh, shields! I forgot to add my electric things, didn't I? Yes, I did. Whoopsie-doodle. Well, hopefully that's not going to be too much of a bother. What do we fire at, then? I mean, it has an anti-shield weapon as well. I could just go straight for the core. We could probably just brute force through it, I think. Either way, weapons, please target the correct thing. Thank you. Let's see how bad they are versus shields. Oh, that didn't even get through, did it? Okay, second lot did. You know what? I have changed my mind. I really hate its guns. Boy, do I hate them. Oh, our shield's down. Yeah, it's got through our shield because of its... Oh, no! That actually hit me in the shield. Thankfully, I do have armor before the reactor, but still. Okay, note to self. I could actually put some armor there as well. So they have to chunk through the armor, and then there's the shield behind it. Another one. Not really what I wanted to see there, honestly. Allied fighter. You are in the way. However, did I take out its guns? Yeah, just its little electric ones left. We're okay. But yeah, maybe that front needs better protection than I thought. Okay, good, good. That's down. Did you just ram that and cause the damage, or was it my shot? I assume you rammed it because that's more fun. These two trying to fight me still. You have no weapons, lads. Okay, I don't think that one's actually trying to hunt us. Oh, maybe it's getting close and running away. It could be one of their couriers. Okay. In that case, finish off these two lads and then scrap them. Return home for a full repair. Actually, repair while we're in these scrap fields. Then, yeah. Then we'll take out the station. So a few flaws of our design instantly found there. On the upside, we're now, officially, an annoyance. And the Hellion, I've been able to repair before then, although our shield is not yet fully online. I love how explosive the Hellion is. It's made mostly of cannons, of course it is. No more fame for all this on a side note, which is a bit of a shame. I wonder if taking out a station will give us any fame. Last time it didn't, but you never know. Grab any ammo in space and let's get back to our station. You know what? Nah. Let's take him out while we're here. Glory to the Resistance. Glory to Malal. I am now out of ammo. Never mind then. This is why we need a base following us, which will turn sulfur into ammo. Especially if you want to continue using these weapons and not energy-based weapons. Although I am super tempted by energy-based weapons. So yes, so to clarify, the reason why these thrusters aren't working after watching is literally the generators are not keeping up. It's constantly empty, and it wasn't being able to run 3 of the huge thrusters with the occasional bursts of the standard thrusters trying to move backwards. Maybe it will be enough for a couple of the large thrusters? It's hard to tell. Does it show any? Oh, I should have read this. Okay, it actually tells you the power usage. Okay, that's something I'll do once I remake the craft a bit more. Oh, we're no longer wanted. That's good. That'll allow us to get right next to the station, unhindered. Okay, I just fired once. Now unwanted, so the pursuit ships should be heading our way. There they are. Okay, I'm actually going to move to this one. Give us some more time with it. First enemy is a dyad, which is all energy weapons. Okay, so heavy laser blasters and some disruptors. We actually have our own disruptors now. We've just got 2 very small ones on the front of our craft. It's not really much. It won't even do all that much versus shields. They're so badly placed. But just a little bit of damage versus them would be fantastic. In fact, 1 shield down already. Our shields are down as well, to be fair, but still. Oh, so close to that cockpit going down then. 1 more good volley and that should be it. So now we can turn around. Perfect. Okay. First ship down. Now, the reason why I'm being so much more cautious this time is because I knew there's going to be a lot more patrol ships, because now we're on Annoyance, so it's 4 ships. Yeah, normally it's only 3 pursuit ships, now it's 4. And honestly, they're not exactly weak, especially if we get a group of them. Okay, so next up is the Rocher, if that's even how you pronounce it, which probably isn't, to be perfectly honest. They have shields, we have anti-shields, thankfully, finally. And again, I'm just going to go straight for that core. We'll probably hit the weapons on the way anyway. Inaccurate to fire over such long ranges, but honestly, we need that damage just to start. Okay, shields are both down. Ooh, they're one of those really cool diagonal ships. I really should try and build that at some point. I don't know how you do that. It's something I need to look up. Ah, that 1 cannon's still up. Okay, but we need to turn. Both our own energy weapons are down. They are firing, but surely for not much longer. Look at them. If we turn this way anyway, they'll just hit our side armor, which is absolutely fine. Actually, if I keep going forwards, that's not going to be our side armor anymore, is it? That's going to be our back armor, which is not very armorous at all. Armorous is now a term I'm copywriting. Our core was looking very exposed then. Finally got through their shields. Yeah, we need anti-shield stuff. Desperately. Just utterly desperately. That shield really got back online then for a second? Hit something important. All weapons gone. Okay. Probably should start holding down Alt for other commands, but you know what? Too bad. It worked even if we are pretty hurt. There we go. Thankfully, there is still a chunk of armor there between the reactor and outer space, so we could have survived maybe one more hit directly to the center there. Now, whilst we're in this lovely debris field, full repair. Okay, it wasn't actually after us. There is ammo currently here, so you know what? Grab everything you can. One more station now under our command. I think that's the last station they have, though I do need to look around just to make sure of that. I just want to have a quick look inside the ship. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh, look at all this lovely resource! Beautiful. Okay, so first things first, transfer resources. Well done, Malal's Wrath, you've earned 1,000 ammo. So there we go, we now have a station and all of its resources to use to upgrade our ship. Our other, where is our other ship at the moment? Oh no. Did we lose our other ship in the fighting? No, we've just left it without any crew. That's right, that's why we can't see him. I remember now. Taking everything over to the new base in order to scrap it and use it to fully upgrade the Malal's Wrath into its final form, at least in this area. I was really hoping I'd get some more fame whilst I was here, so I can have some more people, because honestly, this is going to be difficult to crew properly. You can have a skeleton crew rather, for your craft, and as long as you put everything correctly and have different roles, I've heard you can get away with sometimes 50% of the recommended. Let's hope that's true, because I'm going to do my best to be a bit better with that. Also, I was looking back at some of the combat, and whoa, did I make some weird choices today. First things first, I now have factories over on my harvester, so we can now more efficiently move ammunition around. So these chunks here are going to be purely for ammo, everything else can hold sulfur and iron and everything else we pick up. Lovely. Far more efficient, no longer needing to go to other bases other than our own. Now, as for this, I really just don't know what I want to do with this, honestly. I keep on putting down blueprints and then removing them. I could build forward, then build a sort of a front section here, which would help protect everything else. We keep the cannons here, and then in the front, we can have some basic laser weaponry. So, disruptors, a couple of normal lasers, lots of ammo, and some moving thrusters. This would keep all of our very expensive, explosive stuff nice and safe, while still meaning I don't have to do all that much changing over here. Or, what we could do is build backwards and out. So I really don't know which one I want to do first. Probably end up with some version of both by the very end, but I don't know what to do right now. This looks so silly, but I absolutely adore it. Having this section here, kind of floating here with only the two struts, yes, obvious weak spot, but I think it looks phenomenal. Super happy with that. Obviously, I haven't sorted out the crew yet. On the front, we're just going to have a couple of disruptors, only the 4 of them probably. Then I'm going to armor up the sides here to protect it a little bit more. We have the main shield now. We do have these 2 reactors way too close to each other, so I'm about to change that. But yeah, I actually love how this thing's coming along now. It's so much bigger than I think it is every time I see it next to a station. Tried to keep it looking like all this has been burnt by the thrusters by using the diffusion paint there. I think that honestly looks really nice. Painted the top, and once again, we're starting to look more and more like a bug. These really, really look like mandibles. Kind of like an antlion, but weirder. The whole thing just looks bizarre. So I think the final form of this is going to be something similar to this, except for I want multiple ships connected. I love that style. I know I've done that many times in many different games, the idea of many ships just glued together, but I love that style. So eventually these two sides will break off, because then it'll, well, actually very, very easy to do. All we'll need to do is just go to blueprint mode, just like remove these two chunks like that, and then extend them outwards, and then have huge new sections there and there, and then eventually one behind it as well, and just keep on building like that, keep on building forward, sideways, everywhere, and that will slowly over time make it like a conglomerate of ships. Now, the only thing I really need to do now in the system is explore the entire system and take out 2 more of the monolith cooperative patrol ships. Once I've done that, we're moving on, so let's at least finish off that today, so the system is 100% complete. Been changing some things around while I've been looking for all these different points. We're now at 41 out of 43 for the next mission, and I don't think I need that other reactor, so I've removed it, and I've connected these together, I've put some armor down the middle, and so far everything's working absolutely fine with just a single reactor, even though it's a bit far away. I think what I might need to do is have some proper combat testing, just to see if the disruptors will actually, you know, stay on during a fight. Scrapping something like this will never stop being satisfying. I am very quickly realising now that a tip I'd give anyone starting the game is maybe go around and look for things before you do anything else. There are entire ships waiting to be scrapped, just waiting around, absolutely everywhere. Also, reactor stuff just in the middle of nowhere. Ooh. We don't have enough for the enriched uranium. This is why I need my scrapper vehicle back online. Where am I going to put storage? I mean, if it's got all the way through here, it's broken the ship. That's the thing. That's how I'm thinking about putting little bits of storage like that rather than armor. Plus armor is less mass, which I believe means we can go faster. Armor is definitely less mass. It has to be. Entering swarm territory, apparently. I wonder if this is going to be a pirate base, or is it just quite literally a swarm? A thrasher! Oh, there's another one next to me, isn't there? Did that take out all the weapons? Yes, it did. Okay, time to face that. I know I should probably not be going after the generator, but honestly, we are so big and we have so many cannons. We're not getting much scrap from these fights. That's all I'm going to say. How did that not take out the cannon? Thank you. Meanwhile, this whole time I've been attacked from behind, and I have not been paying any attention. Which is pretty bad, because I've just lost nothing. Never mind, we're absolutely fine. Well, the shields and the energy weapons seem to have been on pretty much the entire fight each time, so... Oh, saying that. For half a second near the end, it was off. These are all things, anyway, we can solve later. Okay, let's grab some replacements. Oh, is that the whole question mark? Was it just a swarm? Okay. We'll grab these 3, then we'll go back to base, and we'll see how many more we can do. I'm trying to do every single mission. I'm not finding any of the patrol ships. I have a feeling that maybe destroying the stations first might have not been a smart thing. I'm causing my own people to suffer doing this, aren't I? I'm a good captain. Did I miss a normal station? I missed a normal station. Oh, it's one of our friends' stations, though. I am still shocked that you don't get reputation for taking out stations. That's weird to me. I could test it out by taking out this station and making a run for it. I mean, I don't want to lose reputation with my friends, though. It's so difficult to get reputation. Fine, I'll stick with it. Just know I'm annoyed. Oh, another swarm. Okay, you have missiles, so obviously we'll go for you first. Oh, looks like your friend has missiles as well. Well, you were closer, I'm afraid. I'm starting to think that maybe I should have some normal laser weapons, just to do little tiny bits of damage. Oh look, a friend's helping. Actually, I want to see how these missiles actually hit us, actually. So I'm just going to use my point defense and my little energy lasers. Huh, point defense actually took it out. And I got two little point defense things. Okay, so clearly there's problems currently on board. And I can already see what the problems are. Okay, good to know for the future. Currently, this isn't fully manned, and honestly, I think the job priorities are messed up. Currently, they're all just red shirts. I do have a blue shirt and a yellow shirt job now. I just haven't used them yet on the ship. Oh, come on, let's let our friend get the kill here. The enemy quite literally can't hurt me. So my allies are slowly peppering with shots. Please say friendly fire isn't a thing. I'm watching these just go so close to my hull. They're better if not hurt me. Fine, I'm bored. That makes such an anticlimactic noise. Okay, so we can jump around now. I'm gonna go get my base, hook it up with some of these jumps as well, so we can now move system. I have looked all around, I cannot find another one of the patrol ships. They were absolutely everywhere, so I don't know what's happened to them. Maybe they got destroyed by the pirates, maybe taking out the stations was a problem. I don't know, but I'm going to consider this system now complete in terms of missions. I'm now getting missions to go elsewhere. So, let's get back to our to our station craft, send some people over, and then let's jump. Now, what I have decided is I am going to be scrapping this base itself soon, and by the way, this is now completely filled with stuff, which is utterly ridiculous. So, I'm not going to do any more work on it. It's all going to have new stuff soon enough. It's going to be absolutely ridiculously big, and it's all going to be focused around the bug style, I've decided, because this is my style apparently, and I'm going to stick with it, even with our forge vessel, which is going to be absolutely massive, because it turns out that storage is incredibly cheap. 192 just basic steel, and you get that big old chunk. We're going to make a very big ship, but now we jump to a new system. Jumping to our first brand new system. Whee! Over to Gamma. Ooh, now it's red. And we have a starbase, fantastic. Let's go straight there and visit them. Then I can unload all of my crew back over to the Malal's Wrath, and we can see what we can do here. Hopefully we can get some more fame to get some more crew. And we can start construction of our new storage/forge vessel. Hello, new base. Now, can we get any fame from any of these? Limit 210, limit 210. Ooh, plus 45. Lovely. Plus 64. 67, rather. And exploration as well gives me a little bit of fame. Beautiful. Yeah, we desperately need some more fame. Well, I'm afraid I am going to have to call the video here, because sadly, although Cosmoteer is a truly fantastic game, it is also a devourer of time. I should have left this apartment about 2 hours ago, but I completely lost track of time, so now I've got to rush, because I'm expecting 3 separate deliveries in our new house. So if you aren't aware already, by Future Lathrix earlier probably, I am currently in the process of moving house, for once going to a proper house, not an apartment, for the first time in my life, and it's going to be utterly glorious. One of the best moves ever! However, everything which could possibly go wrong at the moment is kind of going wrong and taking up all my time, so I do apologise if the videos have been a little bit sporadic over the last couple of weeks, but hopefully by the end of the month, when everything is done, we can start recording properly in my new home office. Finally, I might actually pretend to be a professional YouTuber. So with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Cosmoteer is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Any naming suggestions for our new craft, feel free to give them to me, because I still haven't decided any name for our forge ship once we start making it. And in the next episode, we're just going to be trying to rank up a lot in terms of our fame, get some new crew members, have our separate vessel. There's going to be a lot going on, and I am aware of the number of problems I've made with the front of the ship. It's been very obvious once I actually started doing some fighting. Just like how I have these mining lasers backwards. So, thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day, and do take care. And until next time, goodbye. the Malal's Wrath will finally have true company soon.